Hi, it's Zarek Daniel, and man, I would say, right now, when I'm bringing the concept of system engine, it means you are sitting into my car. It's YouTube platform, but believe me, when we talk about hacking and computer viruses, when you saw the Matrix movie, it doesn't mean the frequency of the lights that your eyes sees or the frequency of the brainwashing the Illuminati systems shuffle to your brain muscles is the reality. Because even they these days, they are manipulating words. They talk about love, they talk about peace, they talk about reality. It's total fake. Jesus is the reality. And right now I'm gonna start because I'm gonna start with a little bit biblical study. Why not? Because as you see, I updated my website. You know, yesterday, 2 days ago, Trump ordered the missile attacks. Of course, it's all about their having eye on U.S. Russian land, because Russia has the most biggest land, and Illuminati. Okay, as you see, usamap.org. Sometimes, if you're my writers, when I'm taking USA Math, because I have no idea, USA Mad? Why you think this much about mad mathematic? You are a person, we are a person, we want to be logical. And when we type usamad.org, my website is going to pop up. And as you see, it's going to pop up anyway. It's thinking, because right now there is a lot of load. Do you, it says, do you want to build a fast new browser? Do you do with more? Okay, change my default. No, ask, yeah, okay, got it. So as you see, I put the Bible study. So, it's a good idea to study with first Bible. Why not? I do listen, a lot of podcasts. You see, I update the web page, and I'll go over the mobile platform later. And then, not then, I'm gonna go with the Bible study first. So we're gonna go here. Okay, here we need to open the, thanks for this beautiful, uh, you know, okay, here it is, and we go to the scratch pad or scratch screen. It's so good, right? So, as you see, this is the Bible. I mean, I know that I'm in the corner. Right now you're seeing the full, I'm in the corner, and this is the Bible. And, the Bible, I can go even, but my point is Bible has two parts. Maybe we can say the old Babylon and the new Babylon that Jeremiah references. And I want to go with the chart, actually. It seems to be controversy, because first was Adam and Eve. We can go here, change it to kind of regularly, maybe if it's blue, we go with the blue. Adam and Eve. So Adam and Eve, they had some, relation. The other thing, when I'm saying relation, because when we talk about the apple here, the apple tree and the serpent, I'll go with the head. It has this serpent. These are kind of, you know, you can take it. It's not because Marilyn Manson sings a personal Jesus. Or you can say, when the Hebrew Bible written, the when they translated, the interpreters, the people who translated, changed the, when it comes to person, each person has its own definition. And I would like to talk about those people who have their satanic definition of the world and how can define their own world. But when it comes to Bible, when we talk about the relation, of course, when Adam and Eve, they were living in a complete world, in a complete pure world, you know, there was no problem. And how they were multiplied, it's none of our business. It's the God business. You know, here I need to go and put the God here. I mean, the God here is the creator. God is the creator of Adam and Eve. God is the creator of apple. God is the creator of serpent. God is the creator of Hebrew language and everything. So the God term is, God is not a term. God is a God and he created all these things. And of course, let's go with another color. Let's go with the green one. So Adam and Eve had, you know, because I'm going to this Bible study, Adam and Eve had Cain, Abel. Cain, you know how the Cain born? Eve had relation with serpent. From there, Cain born. So Cain didn't born from Eve. This is the thing. Then, when Abel died, again Adam and Eve have a kid, they call it Seth. So here we have evil spirit, and a good spirit, Seth. And from here the humanity starts. And my point, I'm getting to my point. Let's say the Bible has Old Testament and a New Testament, right? I would say, let's say old one, it's symbolizing ancient Babylon, and this is symbolizing the new Babylon. And new Babylon is USA. And ancient Babylon was Babylon and temple of, the Solomon temple, David, the kid built the temple. And of course, it's a very, I think when we go, let's say Adam and Eve, start with Adam and Eve, then it goes to, Jeremiah. Then it goes to, ends with the, I think, the end of, the other thing is, I'm not going to believe it. Malachi, so end up to Malachi. So we have some vision of God that destroyed Babylon. That, it's something like AI and anti-AI that I created. Old Babylon, the new Babylon. And then you have men and women. And you have good and evil. You have kind of one, here, even if you say in accident, everything is accident. So you have zero, there is nothing. Then accident happens, you have God, God created, then becomes two. When you have reaches to two, because even when you have zero, there is one. Of course, you can go -1, -2, -3. That's a kind of a different world when you travel back. Maybe there was, let's say there is no God, then we have a world before God, there is no God, but then we have God, and then we have positivity and we creation, and the God was created, then we have two, and this is us, Adam and Eve, two, and then goes, to the old Babylon, Jews, then it comes Christians. Christianity. And of course, when it comes to, I'm not going to say when you're born on Cain, or you're born on Seth, you're going to be good or bad. It depends on it depends on how you define, especially when you reach to my type of education, you learn about system engine. It's about AI and anti-AI in some way, You have Jewish, let's say they are AIs, and then anti-AI comes USA, math, But these are just the way that you can look at things. You have Christ, you have Antichrist. And when you have, you study the occultic studies, you have Baphomet, that the mix of everything, because as above, so below, and as you see, it has a woman and it has a man. So my point is, the thing is, Bible study is always going to be on my first, kind of opening my speech. So one of the things that I discovered, because honesty, I see a lot of wickedness, a lot of people actually they don't have any true biblical knowledge. Of course, I am Armenian, but unfortunately, I mean, I hope if I close this and if I can go to the edge, but I want to go searching. Oh, 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. How can I close? Because I want to teach you a lot of things. We're going to have a Bible study, but I'm going to close things. But then you need to stop, listen 100 times what I said, and if you have possession, put comment. And if you go crazy, I mean, if you died out of the things that I'm saying, you're going to go, I don't know, heaven and hell based on your thing. But if you're alive, you're gonna really be suffering because there is a lot of things. I mean, you can digest when you ask a question. I'm gonna make it easy for you to digest it. Mesrop mashtots. Mashtots. You just write it. It's Google. It's gonna come bring the results anyway. Mesrop mashtots. As you see, he said, as above, so below. I mean, of course, because it's like the Freemasons that they use based on their platform, because Satan is smart, can use the sex, can use the money, can use the language, can use the culture. Doesn't mean, man. It goes slow because I am Armenian alphabet. You go type Armenian alphabet, and then of course it will go to Wikipedia, and then this duality, because black and white. I mean, I learned from Called for Uprising, because when it comes to, it's like the you know Gauss, you have the Gaussian world, then we have the, because I book, we have the Gaussian law, but then we have this scientist who, I mean, where was the electromagnetic thing? Because where are my physics book? Where are my physics book? I'm not gonna go through quantum physics, but because Maxwell's equation. I mean, Maxwell, because you listen to different platforms, you come to United States and you learn all the things, but Maxwell equation, that happens to be, because when you start light, then you're going to study the quantum physics, but Maxwell's equation, he bring all this Gaussian thing. I mean, I can show you here. I mean, when it goes, I can go by full camera. Here it falls. Gaussian equation, as you see, when you see different, I mean, maybe it's not clear, but you can just search Maxwell equation, because the thing that I am bringing, the system engine brings, is the thing is, it's my talent, it is my brain that connects with the Jesus power, and you see the miracle through me, that it's not the video that you're seeing, because I'm gonna go off and it comes going to be a matrix world, that it's the brainwash, Illuminati, USA math. They were two brothers. They themselves changed to themselves to a woman because they are in a satanic mentality. And this is the way that I explain. And yeah, here you go. Mesrop Mashtos, as I said, and as you see his picture, I am Armenian, because sometimes I'm going critical about, critical about my, my thing. I'm talking about, because this is as above, so below. It's here, as above, so below. I mean, there is one hand up, the one hand down. I mean, you see? One hand up and one hand down. I mean, as above, so below. I mean, then you see Donald Trump when he talks. I mean, he goes like this. This is 666. And sometimes he go like this, Illuminati signs. Maybe not. He's talking, with this is 666. I mean, he's telling that I am Illuminati 666. It's just, don't do it, man. I mean, this is 666. Okay, so you see this one, he created the Armenian language, but that doesn't mean I am the ancestor of Cain, and right now Cain is talking. The other thing is, as you see in my Facebook, sometimes you come to United States, I mean, they are talking us as a lone wolves. For them, the definition of wolf are people like me. They're claiming us as a clown. I mean, some people, it's so stupid because you can't, even the clown term, if I'm a clown, right? I can expose, I can be part of that reality, part of the richness and healthiness and happiness and glory that will result the things that right now you see in my, I do really want to delete my Facebook, but then it's amazing that sometimes you need to kill and destroy. Of course, I referred Antichrist, the dragon that has, multiply, but the dragon that I already killed is a software companies, YouTube, Uber. They are dead. I mean, the Illuminati, they're totally dead. And it's amazing how Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, he's atheist Jewish, so he's Jewish and he claiming Jewish. So as you see, they're putting, unrelevant people in my Facebook. How he find me? So as you see, you need to kill even inside it. I mean, you're in Section 8, you're in the United States, you're different to Russia, Iran, or you're a slave or whatever. That doesn't mean you cannot fight. You can kill it inside. And I think I'm going to close the Bible study today to this point. Stop it. Listen 100 times. If you're going to die, it's okay. If you don't know you're good and bad, so you should not listen to me. Turn it off. Make yourself good, because then your brain will blow up. Then you're going to go to heaven. But again, if you're bad, don't listen to me, And if you can analyze it, listen and try to change yourself. So I showed you these, but that doesn't mean I'm Armenian and I'm not gonna follow, Mishruk Mashuzam Thank. I have a language, but then the Christ lights comes in. Christ is the power. Jesus didn't listen to Satan because you have the unlimited money and wealth and power, and satanic, how much power? Rothschild and Rockefellers have trillion, 200 trillion. I'm gonna make 800 trillion. Guess what? I'm gonna eat their trillion. I'm gonna go over a trillion. It's so easy. I'm not gonna don't care about it. So after that, I had a writer, because I need to go one by one. So we did the Bible study. I had the writer, because believe me, sometimes I am having headache. So I already explained Armenian thing, because I said I'm Armenian, and then, as above, so below. I don't accept it. As above, so below, and then System of Down comes in. I mentioned many times. Because right now Katy Perry sings a sign, Chained to the Rhythm. Katy Perry, I hope I'm spelling it right. Chained, they are singing something. They are Illuminati. If you know Illuminati, if you are, how you can expose Illuminati when you are not talking against them. So you're part of it. You are good for them, not for us. So it's all about my system engine company. Then I had a writer that I just explained to him, USA Math is going to be an only, I mean, maybe I don't need this one. Here it is, my website. And of course, I go to anti-AI, and you need to push this anti-AI. You know, it's a simple web. Oh, oh my gosh! I think I went through all face thing. Ooh, oh, oh my gosh! So I didn't show the. Oh my gosh! So sorry. I think I talked. So you can at least check that out. I mean, so I need to go back because I didn't write anything specifically. I need to show. I didn't show you the. Because here when you're organized, you go here and you go to history. Oh man. Because there is a lot, right now my head starts to have some pain. Yeah, I showed the Mesrop Mashtots. I mean, it's my culture, right? I'm Armenian. Even I didn't have any Jewish line. My family name is Daniel. And my before Daniel was Moses. I mean, I don't know how we relate to, because we are Armenian, we are close to, you know, we are not in the Middle East. I mean, we are between Europe, Asia, Middle East. So I have to have any Jewish relation, but you know, when I'm talking against Jews or I'm talking about Armenian, I'm not racist. I'm critical. I have critical point. And when my person, my people, I mean, they're having esoteric. You know, they have this. You know, the bird that you know. What is this? It's a what is that bird that because rise out of the ashes? You know, I mean, we have serpent. We have is it falcon or whatever? What is the bird name? That's in dollar bill. You know. Is it eagle? I don't know. It's the sign of out of or rising out of the ashes, you know. So it's satanic, you know. So like the Jesus, and here you see I told you. And I'm gonna search more deeper. I mean, whatever is it's a blueprint of the much better videos. So here we go. We covered this part. Maybe today I'm not that much strong, you know, USA Math kind of person today, but okay. After that, I had a rider in my car because, you know, after this, I have some points. I have a rider in my car. I hear I might come back. I had a rider and I said AI. I'm not gonna go with this one right now. So here is, yeah, here it is. It says USA Math is the only AI licensing company. How I reached to this discussion. So here is black, so I'm gonna use the white. Here I'm gonna use the white. You know, in 2000, Garry Kasparov won against Blue, Deep Blue. Why I'm calling Blue first? Because we have Deep Mind. You know, because I know one of the things that, you know, when it comes to Armenian, you know, the other thing, when I'm talking, the light of Jesus it doesn't mean I'm Armenian, I'm genius, and it's, you know, me. No, man. You see, there, don't kill Armenian, because I know when I'm talking Garry Kasparov, of course, I'm going to mention Armenian thing, and you're going to be jealous, because I know you're going to, I mean, those people who are not putting comment, man, if it's like, you know, God wants you to open the door, call him, communicate with him. If you're not communicating with me, neutral things, you go to hell. You are against me. When you're all talking about Jews, 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 what about Armenians? Garry Kasparov won, but in 2005, he lost. You know? Then Deep Mind played a Go game. Because when you talk about AI, artificial intelligence, so the first time that the computer beat the human was beating the Garry Kasparov in 2005. And in 1999 was Matrix movie. And of course, the Order of Illuminati born in 1776. So Manhattan Project create the nuclear bomb, Manhattan. Of course, it's so beautiful that I learned, one of the biggest child molesting case happened in Manhattan Beach in California. What was the case? I mean, I was searching McMartin, a preschool, because they're white, and unfortunately, I was thinking, sometimes you think it's racial thing, but it's not racial. Even I wish, because I am kind of white person, I wish, because I was attacked sexually. I mean, I was kid here, there, that's the reality. And then when it comes to these sexual attacks, it's mostly because I do see, it doesn't mean white people are sexual, but mostly, evil, it goes with Manhattan bomb. Then you have Manhattan Beach, the biggest child molesting case has the happening in Manhattan Beach, Manhattan bomb, that creates all these type of brainwashing systems, new world order, that that it's all about. When you say bachelor, yeah, when you get your bachelor, when you get your master, when you get your doctor, these are Freemason levels. I'm not general. You're getting Freemason Masonic knowledges. Of course, Masons means those who are working with stones and they can build and they can good engineers. But then it comes to some points, you have the knowledge, but you're using it in the wrong way. So you do see all these words that I'm writing here. So I can refer this Manhattan bomb. Then you have 1776 Order of Illuminati. And then you have political engine it's under the system engine platform that I created. And then my point is AI. Right now, with AI, almost everything is possible. I mean, with AI, you can go back in time. You can go forward. You can do almost everything. You can put small in big. You can put in small in big, big in a small. You can say, you can just do all the impossibles. But when it comes to, when I bring kind of anti-AI, here it goes, anti-AI. Here, it's just, you're just seeing a flesh anti-AI that it talks, that relates everything to each other. And I'm not because you have Christ, you have Antichrist, because anyway, I'm a Christ warrior. When I'm talking about anti-AI, it means you cannot use AI without anti-AI to optimize it for humanity. If you're only talking about AI, so you are kind of in the wrong direction and you need to correct yourself. Or if you want to kill me, I believe in all these things and I definitely go to heaven. So in 2005, he lost, so AI won. And then you have DeepMind, because they don't want to mention Armenians, they go to Chinese game. I know, man. Dude, you're referring in 2014 project. It's already happened in 2015. Don't, DeepMind's, the algorithm is learning from the mistake. You give the computer a project, the computer starts to learn, learns, gets bigger, 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 and it's gonna learn. This is one approach to an AI system. But the thing is, in general, an efficient code, because when you use, I mean, here, okay, I talked about AI, so USA Math is a AI company, because then I will jump to the coding part, then I will explain what is these classes that you bring, and based on AI, system engine, the programmer that we're gonna build is gonna be part of our code. And of course, it's gonna optimize based on human level. So that was one writer's story. Then another writer that I had, I will maybe go for the review. I talked to him about, because, first I'm gonna catch up for how many minutes I talked? 26. Oh, it's 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. I need to catch up. Oh, man, it's too much. So I want to Bible. Man, it's too much. Then I said the AI and system engine that we're gonna, and then the third, I talked to my writer here, one of my writer, and I had a headache. I was taking him to airport. He was a nice guy. And the second person, because it was surging 1.817, Uber was surging, and I talked to him about these mind games that Uber and, in general, Illuminati plays. And of course, when I say, the word of I need to just refer this, understand. You see in Washington, you have this kind of thing, long things. This is a human gentle. When you see this one, and the other thing, again, you churches, there are things, and they put the cross here. It doesn't mean they're saying we kill the cross, we're happy. They're not going to teach you in any churches like this. They're not going to teach you Bible. And if they teach you Bible, again, it's going to be kind of teaching that will not lead you in heaven. And true understanding of Christ and Christ, because sometimes you clean yourself. You don't need to even to listen to pastor or me. All this energy will come to you. So don't waste your time on garbage. And at least having your engine of life, try to improve your life. This was a third, so the first part was this, and second part was this, and the third part was this kind of Illuminati knowledge that I put him, because I talked about a Pizzagate, and Pizzagate comes from child sacrifice that happened in Manhattan Beach. And of course, that's why they're creepy. Mostly they're Freemasons. In Artesia Boulevard, they have all the Freemason lodges and all the secret meetings under. I'm sure they are going under. It's like Armenian thing. My people are the most creepiest people. Jewish, Armenians, all these historic people, Greek people or Egyptian, I don't know, whatever. If, it's all about seeing the Christ in them. If there is Christ, there is light. If there is no light, they're off. So be aware of these things. And after this is, because you're an Uber driver, you want to learn coding, because here, I need to go here. It's too much thing to cover. When I talked about my course that I was explaining to you guys, because as you see, I'm going to turn on this beautiful, as you see, here I can show you something that I last time. Down here, there is a CPU. The CPU that you see here, the Jesus told me to put it vertically. Because right now, the other things, you can separate those lights that you see. One is the camera, one is the printer that is off, the other is the camera pad, and the second one is like the mouse, I think, because I have lag. So this is a system, AI kind of psychology of AI, that sometimes says put me on vertical, put me on horizontal, I'm going to work for it. Jesus told me. And as you see, I put the vertical, it works, because I need to show you these things. So you see that one, and then the other thing I showed you, you go here, and the other thing, so you do know that Uber is kind of, they're not, the conversation that I had is, because right now, one of the problem that most Illuminati company, or those companies who have Illuminati approach, unfortunately, you cannot talk to them. They don't want to talk to you. And here, I wrote them, I know how frustrating, I am not only a driver, because my goal is advanced AIs under engineering field that you can read what I wrote. My point is you need to have a coding knowledge. Of course, it's hard, it's hard to code on, kind of a lot of beautiful applications when it comes to Python. You can code on Python. I was putting this AI, I wrote some here, you run this. Of course, what is a tip? Enter the price and tip. Of course, the price is going to be $12 and tip is going to be 15%. What happened? Maybe I did something wrong. Tip 12 and then 3. I hope it's gonna work. Maybe I need to run some Java thing for you so you can code. I think I need to see what happened with that. I mean, you can code here. You go to more. You know, if it's not genius, you know, you need to want it, these things. I mean, it's gonna take time, and I'm showing you how to do it. So you go to here, your factoring number. You wrote some code. You run it. You write the code. You run it. You see the code. Those classes, because when you have classes, you create the programmer, then the programmer come to your system engine class. It says factoring a number. Let's put some 1, 2, 4, and you put it, and as you see, it's factored. A little bit has a lot of flaws, and see it's working. So one of the things is when you're behind computer. So as you see, I showed you, and I want to show you my room here. Of course, one of the things is this is the high definition. You know, the way that they see us. I mean, of course, when you put your cell phone, you know, they're seeing us. I'm just showing you what quality they're seeing and they're listening to us. Because then I just want to show you my room and my books. And one of the favorite books that I have for coding, this is a really good book. One of the problems that this lady has with the book, after this lady, I mean, she's a good hacker because she looks nice, and a lot of nice gonna tell him she didn't classify good way to the book. I didn't like the way he didn't sort the things out, and a lot of things to talk, but I like the book from the way that it opens your mind. And of course, software companies are not only, oh, here it is, I just wrote this one. So you can see high quality, the way that analyze this thing, so you have it. You know, it's, so you see how they're watching us, how they're listening to us, you know. I don't know, when you put your camera in your pocket, it's not clear. But I just want to show you how clear it is, because this is author book, so I show you this book. And this book is he's the person who created C++. And you can buy his book, $89. I'll show you this, and then this is done with this part. And I just want to show you how you're going to learn coding, and I'm going to close everything. So we check this out, and you go here, you always close. You go here, and you set turn off. So as you see, this is a lonely screen that I use, and then here we did this one, and then here when you want to learn coding, you go here. Maybe I need to show you the finger thing. You make this one. I mean, you start. Okay, this person, Derek Vance, he works in Apple, and he thinks he's genius, but there is a lot of things that I can test, and there are a lot of. I have this book. I'm gonna show you because I'm studying in one of the best colleges in math, and I sort all this beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, where are those books? Oh my gosh. It's here. Yeah, there are a lot of questions that I will show you.
Looking to learn more from home?
If you can solve the math
Kickstart your career
problems
in
in
web
1 hour, I
development
mean,
with
of course,
Coding
he's doing a great
Dojo's
job. I
online
like him.
bootcamp. With hands-on
He's
support
the
from
best. But my point is, I mean, how can you learn this? You know, because the thing is, he's teaching you all the beautiful things. He start to work, and he's gonna run. Anyway. Code Dojo or whatever.
Looking to learn more from home? Kickstart your career in web development with Coding Dojo's
It's still
online
garbage.
bootcamp.
Don't listen to this garbage,
With
man.
hands-on
He's
support.
doing a good job because you learn to talk. But I just want to show you something. You go here, make this one 75. When it makes 75, make it small, right? And then when he starts to talk, I mean, he's gonna start his speech. Then you just scroll because it will come to coding part, right? Then you go here. PyCharm is a platform for, you know,
Want to know a crazy secret?
This is dashes. Then whatever he says, right? You start to study like this. But there is
See
one
that
skill
briefcase
that
on top of the Ferrari? I'm not going to tell you everything that's in there.
Back to this one.
We're protected.
Not this one.
But I keep.
You know, the other thing is right now it's not gonna work. I don't know, because they see that, they know that I'm just showing all these things. Right now they cancel. They're not letting me to use it because I showed you everything.
Want to know a crazy secret?
Oh my gosh, it's Tai Lopez. He's another thing. Jim Jones, Alex Jones, Tai Lopez. They are working with Illuminati directly.
I'm not going to tell you everything.
He's against me. I mean, he pops up in my face, you know, page. He's a douchebag. He's a douchebag. Anyway, he's a douchebag. I need to skip this one. Ugh. He's a douchebag. Okay. It's gonna be okay. He's gonna start to talk, and then whatever he writes, unfortunately, this was the important part. Like, you know, this Illuminati will not letting me to show you. You know, you need to use this one. You push the Alt and Tab. See, when you push Alt and Tab, all the windows that was open gonna pop up. But then you have two windows. You just go this one or this one. You open this one, then you run the code. He's going to explain to you, but always run the code and close it. You know, it has this PyCharm is so good to learn. This is the best platform to learn the coding. Then you learn the code, and unfortunately, I need to close this. So my point is, USA Math is the only AI company. I will not let any AI company comes in. I explain to you, and my following videos, I'll go step by step. And when it comes to geniusness and IQ, I don't think anybody can beat me. Or if they destroy me, they destroy me. And if I am not the genius, you are the genius. Show yourself on YouTube. Show your invention. God be with you. Bye-bye.